it's Mark and Cindy on the radio, 10 to 11 a.m. Well, it's Mark and Cindy, they've got a morning show. Every day I listen in. We're gonna talk about what's going on in town. You never know who's gonna come around on the Mark and Cindy show. Well, it's Mark and Cindy on the radio, 10 to 11 a.m. Well, it's Mark and Cindy, they've got a morning show. Every day I listen in.
We haven't heard anything about
But you know, Cindy...
what do you know? Do you know, Art?
No, it doesn't have the infamous black box.
You know what? This one may have had purple because that's our color, but I don't know.
Well, they don't even know where it is.
Yeah.
So it's
In the
like
lake.
I don't. Oh man. You know they were spying. They were
all
spying
they've
on
got
somebody.
is
You
the-
know they were. They're trying to cover their butt. It's like, oh, we were doing an exercise. Whatever. They were spying on some girl taking a shower outside. Something inappropriate.
Hey, Dick, this sheriff, he is not joking. You need to
Richard
get after
Schischler said that, and his number
Bring
is...
it on. Bring it on.
You know what they do have is a distant photograph of the splash. And they can't, they have no, what you call your landmarks.
Well, I mean, like as soon as it hit the water, like all the electronics went out, and they can't. There's no
Yeah,
beeping or
no
anything.
being,
Fine.
sheesh.
So
Okay, I think we've made
Okay,
fun
I'm
of these
sorry.
people
I'm sorry.
enough. Dick, I hate to do this to you, and I'm lying about that. It's Thursday. What new movies are coming?
Oh, I can
Do that for
Yeah,
me,
I can do
because I
that.
need to know if I'm going somewhere other than...
you know, once
There's
you're
a
over
place that
60,
you'll-
the minute you said that, I can't remember now what it was.
I know,
It's
Cindy,
like,
but it was
oh.
important.
What I love
was
is my
that?
buddy last weekend goes, "Hey, let's go see RoboCop at 9:30 at the dollar theater," and I'm thinking it's the old RoboCop, and I get up there, I'm in line, and I go, "Wait a second, it's PG-13. RoboCop's rated R because that's when I was young. It came
Yeah.
out when I was
Right.
born. I was like, this is like one of the first rated R movies. What's going on?" He's like, "Oh, this is the new one." I'm like, "Oh, completely disappointed." And I
You
did
did
not
see it?
I did. Well, yeah, we were already there, but I paid my $1.
Boy,
But
I paid my $1. and I
didn't
saw
he
that.
look bad when, I mean, all he was a...
Now, don't
No, we don't- we're not-
spoil
no.
it for me. I haven't seen it yet.
Well, it's at the dollar movie, Cindy.
Well, I'm
Give
waiting
me a
until it
break.
comes on demand so I can see it for free.
Thing at the dollar movie is free
Okay.
game, I think.
No, I tried to tell Santa, so I order all those movies on demand. He goes, "What? Quit ordering. I just got the bill. Quit ordering movies." And I went, "Would you rather me pay $50 to go see that movie? Because that's what it's going to cost me if I take the family to go see
Exactly.
it." I said, "Are you going to pay $3.99 or something?" So he goes, "Okay."
Hey,
All right.
since we got Art here, I want to... Art, do you go to the movies much?
Not very often.
Well, that's sad. Do you do Redbox and stuff like that?
No,
No Game of Thrones on HBO?
no.
Okay, Art. See, now I have nothing.
We
no, he's an
never-
actor. He's an actor. Well, I
that's
guess
true.
you are too, Mark.
Yeah.
But he's saving his brain for
He
better
is,
things.
He is, and we'll get
You know
to
what?
that.
You hadn't missed anything, actually. Because
Yeah,
there's
but
not that you a lot
no.
that you missed anyway.
You missed the
it's
popcorn,
okay.
Art. It is
See,
great.
that's what's bad. Is that Mark and I usually, if he tells me he's going to a show, and then I ask him about it, it's usually the popcorn he spends more time on than the movie. So that's not, I know what we're going for. I know it's
It's
just the food.
It used to be embarrassing, but now that I'm older, I really don't care as much. But when I get up to go to the restroom, which I do twice during every movie,
Oh no!
regardless, religiously,
You need to bring a Coke bottle or
I
something
do.
because
Well, I've tried it, and the people behind
when
me
you miss-
just anyway. When I get up, I'm covered in popcorn. There's something about popcorn that you can't eat like that. I wasn't born that 7 kids in the family. We just fist it, and I've got it fist of popcorn, and I've got it all over me. And I get up and I'm going to the
lose the
restroom, and
trail.
you've got stuff. And there's that man. Get away from him. And if
Though-
it's 3D, I'm wearing those stupid glasses.
The worst. I went after I went to the movie. I stopped to get gas, and I went to the gas station guy and gave it the money. He goes, "Well, how was the movie?" And I went, "Oh, it was great. I loved it." And I walked on. I went, "How do you know I went to the movie?" I looked down. There's popcorn.
Good popcorn, yeah. You got
still
it down
sitting
in
on my.
your- She tries to take it out, carry it out in her bra. It is the saddest
Mark,
thing.
you said bra.
Speaking of that, I wanted to
Yes.
bring this up while we still
Speaking
have
of
time.
bras?
Yeah. No,
What?
quit it. It's Throwback Thursday, and she had on her Facebook a picture of the video you were in doing the Fame
Yeah,
song.
that was on Signing with Cindy.
Signing
that was
with
actually
Cindy.
the cover to the book, Signing with Cindy. The
book?
Yeah, the book. I did a book. Did you know I did a book?
I don't
did a
have
book.
one.
Well,
Do you still have copies? Can I get-
eBay. You got to go to eBay. That's the only place they
Son of
are
a gun.
now.
Okay, I got to remember that. What's the name of the book? Signing with Cindy.
Signing with
okay.
Cindy. Isn't that weird? And it's by
She used
Cindy
to,
Cochran.
art on national TV and all.
Well, I used to interpret the news
Yeah.
for the deaf on Channel 13 every morning on Good Morning Houston and all
Because
that.
she
And
didn't need to do it for the hearing, but she did
was
it for the deaf.
For the deaf. Yes, I did. And
But I watched because she was mesmerizing. I mean, who wants to watch Dave Ward over there or whatever? And there's Cindy doing this. It was beautiful.
and even trying to interpret Marvin Sindler was really
Oh, my
difficult.
gosh.
I
I'd
can
have to
imagine.
interpret like out to here.
She
Yeah.
actually taught the guy who did the Nelson Mandela deal. She's actually the teacher.
Man, I got so many calls. Was that right? What was he doing? What was that guy doing? It's like
This was good.
he was not one of my students.
No.
Shut up,
That was
Richard.
big news a couple of months back.
It wasn't that? I thought it,
It
wouldn't
was.
die.
I know.
This was,
And poor Nelson Mandela, it was all supposed to be about him, and it ended up being about this
Right.
ridiculous,
Very sad.
Can you imagine
interpreter.
Cindy being on CNN as the sign language specialist?
Yes.
we
Nobody called me.
We have
Nobody
Cindy in.
Here from the Signing
I'm
with Cindy
surprised
show.
they called everybody else, but they hadn't called me.
So you do have a video of that music video you did still.
Of fame. Yeah, because I put on there that I was wearing a Halston top that Tootsie's. Do you remember
Halston.
Tootsie's off of Westheimer? They lent this. They lent this top to me. That's it. Lent.
It looks
They
good.
gave me this.
That looks great.
They gave me this top to wear for. I think they thought it was a photo shoot. But actually, the same day I did a music video wearing this Halston top, and then we gave it back to him. That was just like I handed it back to him.
That had
That
to be
smells
tough.
like a wet dog, but okay, here it is. I don't know what they're going to do. So I hope they cleaned it. Anyway, it was so much fun. I mean, just for a minute, I got to wear a Halston top, and it was so expensive, and I couldn't believe it. But we had a good time. And anyway, so that Mark is trying to pressure me to find that video so I can get it up on the.
I tell you, there's no Signing with
face.
Cindy episodes on tape that
The
I've
main
seen.
it's on there right now. I found it on YouTube.
Well, the main event is.
The main event is.
But
Yeah.
I've never seen the fame one.
with
And,
all of the manly men
the main
doing
of the
he's
Rhino
watching.
Wheel
He's
stuff.
watching the main event right now.
Jeez. And by the way, Dick, I know we're pushed before our break, but did you find what movies are coming out?
Yes, we have Neighbors, which is the Seth Rogen funny movie, I guess.
Okay.
Inappropriate humor, of course.
But it's not the remake of the one with Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi,
No.
is it? Okay.
No, this is just a rated R typical comedy.
Okay. See, I'm not writing that one down.
Mom's Night Out.
No way.
I think that's a chick flick, maybe. We have Philip
Good
Seymour
guess.
Hoffman's movie God's Pocket, which is kind of an independent kind of film.
Boy, how did he make that one?
But more importantly,
He did it before
next
he died.
weekend
Oh, I
is
see.
next weekend's Godzilla. So
The
I kind of want to see that.
Oh.
I tell you, my sister Jill Facebooked the why of it. Who's asking for Godzilla? I don't know.
Well, what I didn't know is they produce a Godzilla in Japan like
Get outta here.
every 4 years.
They
I
just
thought
do
it
it
was
every.
more than that. I think they had
Man.
a Godzilla series.
Like
I mean,
they just
all they
keep
need
doing
is a
it.
foam outfit. And,
We got to get our use out of it.
garbage
This thing
can
cost us a
fortress.
fortune.
yeah.
Isn't Wizard of Oz, the animated version of Wizard of Oz, starting?
Yes.
Good. Phew. I was hoping I have to have something.
Animated. Oh,
yeah, it's animated,
good.
and it looks like it's going to be be good. And the grandchildren want
the
to see it, and I
grandchildren too.
promise make sure it's
I
this
still
this
haven't seen
Friday.
the Lego movie. You said that was very good. Lego
Yeah,
cartoon series.
yeah.
I mean, not series, but
Yeah, the Lego movie was great. Did you see the Lego movie?
no.
Oh, that's right. He didn't go see
Art
it.
Stringer, dadgum linebacker, kills people. Sheesh.
Listen, you're listening to the Mark and Cindy show, and our special guest today is Art Stringer, and you think, well, why haven't you let him talk? Well, that's because we've saved him for after we come back from this break. It is all about the Stringer, and we
Stringer
can't wait
man.
to find out what he's doing today and what's happening this weekend with Art Stringer. Okay, so be sure and stay with us, and we'll be right back.
Tune in at 3 o'clock every Wednesday for Aperture and Shutter Speed with me, Tom Moore of TR Moore Photos.
And me, Dick.
If you are an amateur or expert, or if you haven't ever picked up an SLR camera before, Aperture and Shutter Speed is a show for anyone who loves photography and film.
Join the conversation with us by calling in or emailing us your questions. If you want to know what's coming up on Aperture and Shutter Speed, just look up our show page on irlonestar.com or Look us up on Facebook.
Join us every Wednesday at 3 p.m. for Aperture and Shutter Speed. And remember,
Take your lens cap off.
Heaven's Army of Resources and Recreation Center is a 501c3 nonprofit organization featuring a 10,000 square foot building located at 19325 FM 1485 West, New Caney, Texas. At Heaven's Army, we offer over 26 different services free for all ages, from karate, dance, drug and alcohol classes, anger management, parenting, food and clothing pantries, to just name a few. We are supported solely by volunteers and private donations. Our main mission is to glorify God in all that we do. At Heaven's Army, we strive to be a hand up, not a handout. Come check us out at 19325 FM 1485 West, New Caney, Texas, or call for more information at 281-689-5864. You may also learn more about Heaven's Army by visiting our website at heavensarmyofresources.com.
You're listening to Lone Star Internet Radio. Now for your daily weather report. Today is May 1st, 2014. Today will be mostly sunny with a high near 74, north winds from 5 to 10 miles an hour. Later tonight will be mostly cloudy with a low around 47. North winds will be around 5 miles, becoming calm. This weather forecast is brought to you by Donna Wick Public Relations. You've seen the billboards. That's right, Wicked Publicity. Contact them today at 832-326-1965 and visit wickedpublicity.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm speechless.
She's speechless.
That's a hard act to follow.
That is the weather.
Richard,
That's right.
The weather report by Dick Schischler.
Said with smiles.
And the music just sets it off.
You like that?
Yeah.
This sounds very sad and it sounds bad, but Dick is longing for a tornado so he can come on the air and
Say
just
something.
hit the trenches. And I mean, who doesn't want to do that? Really, that's great. But right
You're
now,
listening
once
to the
again,
Mark and Cindy show.
yes,
just remind
the
people.
Mark and Cindy show. Yeah.
I tell you
not?
what, Cindy, I think the best thing we should do first, unless we won't even consult Art about this, is let's plug the play and talk about his acting career. And,
Okay, you want to start with that first?
yeah,
we'll go
and then
backwards.
we'll get back to what I am so interested in, that is football. I'm sorry, Art, but
He is. He's
we
a
got our
football
priority.
fan. At
Okay, by the way, this weekend, Friday and Saturday evenings, 8 o'clock night, and Sunday at 2, I believe it is,
Yes.
they're having the last three productions of Driving Miss Daisy, and I have seen it, and it is terrific. It is, and it's so dang quick, and it is a relatively short play, but when it's over, you just want
to keep sitting
more
there
stuff.
and have Art come back
Art,
out.
when that play was over, I was in there waiting for you guys to come out and all. And I said, I guess they don't do that here at the Crichton. And I went outside, and there they are, and everybody's around them all.
That
I
is
gotta
the
go to-
coolest thing,
is.
that these two theaters, have great productions. You feel like you're sitting in a Broadway play, and the actors are all at your disposal at the end of the play. They
Yeah.
come out, you can talk to them, get their autographs, shake their hand, bore them to death. It's okay. They'll stand there and smile.
Bore us.
Oh, no.
That was,
We hope it's not the reverse.
Oh, no,
gosh,
no.
Art,
They're
how did
so
you
happy.
get involved in acting? How'd the bug hit you, or when did this happen?
Actually, a mutual friend, Rick Sellers.
Son of
Oh.
gun, yes.
You know Rick?
Oh.
Yes.
Rick
That's awesome.
Sellers has one of the greatest voices.
Sherry, his wife, and I used to work together.
Oh, cool.
And they had a spot in, what was it? Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Oh.
And they needed a butler.
You got the butler.
So that was my introduction to acting. I think I had 2 lines, maybe 4.
How long ago was that?
It's been a couple of years now.
Boy, your voice is just perfect for radio and
You think?
acting or anything. Yeah.
Well, I'm retired. I'm
You've
available.
got the Earl.
Okay,
James Earl
okay.
Jones sound going for you here. And so you just obviously auditioned for this play. How did you find out about it, the Driving Miss Daisy thing?
Actually, Rick Sellers.
That
He-
Rick Sellers. I wish he had helped
Agent.
He
actor.
provided my email address to Jim, and Jim sent me an email. I said, I'll be there.
Boy, how tough was it? I mean, lines and all, and
Oh my goodness.
Because you talk a lot in that. Don't you?
The first scene in Driving Miss Daisy has more lines than all 5 other plays I was in combined.
yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, good grief.
But with the help of my co-stars, it was.
Oh man, you.
Yes, we put in a little extra work.
quick.
We'd come and rehearse prior to rehearsal, and
You know,
came together.
One thing about your character that would have been impossible for me. I mean, I couldn't have delivered the lines or whatever anyway as well. But you played the role. You talked slowly until you got upset. The character Hope gets upset a time or two, but you can't hardly tell. And I'm moving, gestures and all. And here was Art up there. I mean, he was the driver. He became the character. And I took Morgan Freeman. He went out of my head. I mean, when I think of Driving Miss Daisy, I think of Morgan Freeman. And
Right.
boy, I tell you, Art,
Now
you were
that-
super. in
That is success.
play.
If you can.
I tried not to emulate Morgan.
That
I wanted to develop the character on my own.
Right.
Having been born in 1954 in Troy, Alabama,
right.
I was part of the time period that's covered during the play. I think I was born 8 years afterwards.
After
Holy
the-
cow,
Yeah.
yeah.
After
All
the time of it,
right.
okay.
Hadn't thought
So
of
I
that.
was familiar with some
Yeah.
of the mannerisms.
Yeah.
You
Wow.
went to Ball State
That-
or did what
Yes.
university?
Ball State University, Muncie, Indiana.
Son of gun. Muncie,
Well-
Indiana from Alabama. And that rhymes, and that's a song.
That's right. That's
Well,
right.
I was born in Alabama. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan.
Oh my goodness.
But we
Okay.
would go back
Yeah.
every year.
You got family in both places now?
Yes.
Cool beans.
Now, I'm building that character, and as the story, he brings you in, and you're going to have to kind of fight how she feels about you, and then now the maid that is there?
Idella.
Adela. Is that character still? Because I haven't seen the play.
No.
Is that character in the play? No,
Actually, it's only 3 characters.
it's just you 3. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that I remember that he was having to fight, the way she thought about him and what she thought about him doing this and having to overcome that, how he overcame that.
Well, actually, it wasn't directed towards him individually. It was
Right.
just the way that her breeding, the way she grew up.
Right.
The train of thought that was prevailing at that particular time.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to overcome it.
Right. Now, did you study that? Did you think about that, how you would, as for your own character that you're developing, how you were going to approach that as opposed to the way he did it?
As opposed to the way Morgan did it?
Yeah.
Yes. But I watched the film once, and I was told by Rick, do not redo Morgan Freeman. Be
Yes.
yourself.
Yeah.
Be Art Stringer. Put Art Stringer into it.
Right.
A couple of the scenes, I don't think I would have responded as Hoke would have, but
Right, I can imagine.
but knowing and understanding that time period, it was relatively easy. The surprising factor was that throughout rehearsal, I was told that I was reading, or I sounded as if I was reading. I really hadn't developed the character, but not having learned the lines.
Right.
And then Jim told me after the show, he said, if all you needed was an audience, I'd have invited my friends to it.
Exactly. That is,
That's great.
I tell you, you could not discern any thought of reading in that. It was just a natural flow for you. It was just super.
It's flowing now. Hopefully these next 3 shows will be even more so
Right.
than the others.
Are you to the point? I was in the play recently that I've talked too much about, but it was not until the last 2 productions that I actually felt confident in what I was saying. I wasn't as nervous. I realized I could screw up any minute.
Oh, yes.
Art, I don't know about you, but there comes
Wow,
a time
you really did take that character.
when I'm standing there, and all of a sudden I'm thinking, what's happening in my mind
Goes blank.
goes blank. It's the
Yes.
scariest. If there's anything scarier than that, it would be, he plays with Earl Campbell, but Earl Campbell coming through the line and it's you and him. That would be pretty tough. But so, did you have those episodes, or you overcame them?
We've had a couple occasions where a line was missed, but we've done it enough so that we can just pick up and continue on. The audience would never know it.
Right.
Right.
So it's getting easier as it goes on.
What is it that a audience member needs to look for? What do you see that you'd like to say? Make sure you pay attention during this part. Is there a part like that?
Well, actually, there's a total of 22 scenes, and there's basically 2 acts. So there's not a lot of time to change costumes and things of that nature. But the play covers a time period of 27 years.
Yeah, I believe.
So the aging aspect of it, they
Watch for
gradually
that.
ages over a period of time. Getting aged in 5 seconds.
That's
Look for one side of your beard aging more than the other side because you're trying to hurry up and put that stuff on and run out on the stage, right?
Daisy
Yes.
is 72 at the beginning of it, and as you're going, I mean, Hope becomes 72, and also you are watching some serious aging there. And I was told ahead of time about the number of costume changes and all, and what is sad, you go to all this trouble, I was not aware. I mean, I'm just watching the characters and all, and he's wearing a different jacket. Oh, okay, if you say so.
But you have 5 seconds to make that happen.
But back to your original question, which scenes should they watch? The most profound scenes is the scene with the Martin Luther King dinner. The second one would be when she's having her little mental relapse, and she's thinking she's a school teacher. I think they bond more during that particular scene than, well, except for the last scene where I actually feed her.
Yeah.
That is the
Those are the scenes that everyone tells us they cry on.
Yes,
which is very
just talking
interesting.
about it. Yeah, that was the sweetest scene, and I can imagine you. I can see you doing that and pulling every tear out of my eyeball.
Now, my favorite scene is when they're driving from Atlanta to Mobile to her brother's birthday party.
Right.
And Hoke has to go to the restroom. I won't recite the lines, but I think he expressed his manhood at that point in time.
Right.
And he literally tells her, I'm getting out of this car and I'm going back up the road a bit to do what I got to do. And I'm taking the keys this time. And that's the end of it. And supposedly he slams the door, but
I love.
you have
I
to
love
envision the door.
Yeah, I love that. How has your family and friends reacted to you? What have they said to you once they've seen the play?
Well, as far as family, this past weekend was the first time that they've seen any play that I've been in.
Oh, really?
And they were shocked.
I bet they were. If that's the first time they've seen you, and you've got such a heavy part.
Now, everyone in Detroit, all up and down the neighborhood in Detroit,
Yeah.
Alabama, they all are aware of it.
Oh,
So
that's.
it's interesting. Matter of fact, my sister's coming back this weekend.
Oh, great. What is
I
so
love
sad
it. I
is
love
that
it.
they can't tape it. I mean, you will have done this and it's gone.
Yes.
Except in the minds of the.
Did they tape any rehearsal or anything like that? Are they allowed to do that
No,
so
but-
you can sit and watch the? What do you do in football? You go in and watch.
previews or
What do you
reruns?
call it when you
Game film?
Game film.
game film? Yeah.
We were going to do that originally so that we could actually see ourselves, how we were interacting and how we were feeding off each other. But the only thing we got out of it was about 308 still shots,
Right.
which they posted on the website yesterday.
Oh, they did.
Yes.
Well, at least your friends get
Right.
back
That's-
in the town can see that.
That would be so helpful, though, if you had
Sure,
those.
of course.
Yes, it would.
If I could see the mannerisms I've got, say, oh my gosh, Mark, quit doing that. I mean, Kay said, Mark, your hand's on your head most of the time. You know, would you please? Oh, I had no idea. Nobody's telling me.
I would just like to have a copy for keepsake.
Right,
course.
exactly.
Of course.
Speaking of family, do you have kids and grandkids, or
No.
okay?
My brothers and sisters have enough for me.
That's the same thing that happened to me. Also, is I saw the nieces and nephews. We don't have to have children, do we?
No, we've got plenty.
We've got
yes,
plenty.
yeah, and plus Mark hadn't grown up enough yet.
I had not, and that was
To,
one of the,
to have children
That was
because-
one of the problems there too.
Yeah, Kay would have had two to watch after. I'm sorry, Kay is his wife.
Yeah.
So we say Kay.
Now we're going to come back and talk about football, but let's just get it started here. You're at Ball State, and you play 4 years there. Or did you get out early? Or
4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
And what did you major in, by the way?
General business. Well, actually, I have a departmental degree in business with a triple major.
Good grief!
Departmental degree in business and a major in finance management and general business administration.
Holy smokes, ladies
No,
and gentlemen!
that's why he didn't go watch movies.
Back in a couple of minutes with Art Stringer here.
Number 53.
Number 53,
From
and
the
number
Houston
one in your
Oilers.
hearts. And
Love
I
Ya
love this
Blue.
song. This is from
Driving Miss Daisy.
Driving.
Right then, I
I knew
recognized
that.
it right then.
See, I was thinking it was some sports show. I was thinking, oh, Chariots of Fire. No, Driving Miss Daisy.
Richard, that's wonderful.
That is wonderful.
Oh, I love that song. Yeah, we will be right back. Don't go away. You're listening to the Mark and Cindy Show.
You know,
Lonestar Family Health Center is a state-of-the-art nonprofit medical facility serving Montgomery County and surrounding areas. From infants to seniors, women's health to education and nutrition, Lonestar Family Health Center is here for you. We accept most major medical insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, and have low-cost self-pay options available. Lonestar Family Health Center also offers caring adult and pediatric dentistry. Lonestar Family Health Center, quality health care for everyone, off South Loop 336, just west of Conroe Regional Medical Center.
Do you ever wonder what's going on in the business community? Are you looking for ways to get plugged in? Cassandra Roshan here, Director of Membership Development with the Greater Conroe, Lake Conroe Area Chamber of Commerce, and I would like to invite you to tune in to Chamber Chat. Tune in the first Tuesday of every month at 11 a.m. so you will be in the know for all Chamber happenings for the month. Each month, the Chamber offers 2 free lunch and learn sessions, a networking breakfast, business after hours, membership luncheon, as well as many other special events throughout the year. I will give you a rundown of all programs and events for the month, as well as interview our speakers and hosts of these events. So grab a cup of coffee and tune in to Chamber Chat the first Tuesday of every month at 11 a.m. Chat with you then.
This is Rick Schisler, the host of the Weekly Business Hour. Have you ever thought about maybe, possibly, even considering LASIK? Then call my friends at Man Eye Institute, 1-800-MY-VISION, and talk to them about a free LASIK consultation. The thing about Man Eye Institute is they want their patients to be happy. That's their number one goal. Whether you decide to have LASIK, if you decide to have another procedure, if you decide to wait, whatever it is, the folks at Man Eye Institute want you to be happy and informed and comfortable with your decision. That's why I never hesitate to recommend a free LASIK consultation for anyone who's even thinking about maybe getting LASIK. 1-800-MY-VISION is the Man Eye Institute number because you get to walk through the process, have a thorough eye exam, and have all your questions answered. Before you leave Man Eye, you'll know exactly what your options are and you can make the right decision for you. So don't hesitate. Call Man Eye Institute now for a free LASIK consultation at one of their 9 Houston and Austin area offices, including right here in the Woodlands. 1-800-MY-VISION. That's 1-800-698-4746. Discover more right now when you visit maneye.com about the benefits of LASIK eye surgery.
Listening to the music from
Driving Miss Daisy.
That's Driving
I
Miss
love it. I
Daisy
love
also.
it. I love it. The soundtrack, probably.
We need to
It's
get...
actually from the movie.
It is?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Well then, yeah. See, a lot of times you watch the movie, and until they take the images away and you listen to the music, you're like, oh yeah, there it is. I remember when they did this and
You know,
that.
we wanted Rick to do a promo for us, the Mark and Cindy. This art's got the voice.
Your
It's
voice
great.
is great.
Watch
It is
the Mark-
so good.
Okay,
oh,
you're
wait, you're
Ball
listening.
State.
Let me just tell them that they're listening to the Mark and Cindy show. I'm just reminding
got
them.
it.
And
Oh,
we've
yeah.
got Art Stringer as our special
Exactly.
guest. Okay.
Now, you drafted out of Ball State from to the Oilers, or
Actually, I was drafted in the 9th round. But
Ninth round.
during
Oh,
that
cool.
time, they had 17,
Oh,
18
yeah.
rounds.
right? That but it was the Oilers that.
Yes.
Okay, no trades or anything.
My entire career was with the Oilers.
Okay, cool beans. Now, and you start off at Ball State. Art, I'm sorry, I do not know, but to get into pro football from college, there must have been some great stuff you did at Ball State. Now, do you remember your college days that well, or is it mostly Oiler days?
Actually, at Ball State, I was recruited as a running back.
Good.
I was an All-American running back out of Northwestern High School in Detroit, Michigan.
Holy cow, that must have hurt.
They got you.
Yeah, I mean, to be a
you got their attention.
linebacker's nothing short of great, but it's the running back that people are looking at most of the time.
True. Well, they're the most notable. But
Right.
I prefer to hit rather than be hit.
Isn't that something? Yeah.
There you go. I like that philosophy.
I missed I was late to the spring practice, so I was demoted to defensive end. So my sophomore year, I was a defensive end. The last 2 years, I was an outside linebacker.
Son of God. 200, not much over 200 pounds, were
I
you?
was about 215.
Isn't that something? Today? Oh, yeah, we're not. Today, I think
215
they're
again.
breeding.
About 260, 240, 245.
Golly, it's just a lot.
Even when I played with the Oilers, my weight was right around 225. But I prefer to be mobile, agile, and hostile.
That's
Oh, I like that.
you got that hostile thing.
I put that on my business card. When you heard your name called for the Houston Oilers, what was your first thought? We want to know. What were you thinking?
Honestly,
Yes, honestly,
Yeah, we
of
got to
course.
have on.
I was tired of playing football.
You were tired of playing football?
Yes.
Oh, nobody knows this. We got an
This is good.
exclusive.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had fractured the third vertebrae of my lumbar.
I
had a rubber flexion of the right thumb. I was just tired of hurting.
Yeah, I bet. Now, so everybody's all screaming, all excited around you that you know now you're going to go in pro and you're going to be in. But the Houston Oilers, did it bring a lot of credibility, or did you go like, I got to go to Texas?
The main thing I knew about the Houston Oilers at that time was Billy White Shoes,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
because I was a Detroit Lions fan,
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears, and my father basically told me more about the Oilers than what I actually knew personally. But once I heard that call, I quickly found out.
All about it.
Got a call from my mother. When are you leaving? I said, Mom, I'm not going. Yes, you are. When are you leaving?
There was pressure.
That was it.
Oh my God! And you're with the Oilers, and you. I mean, I hate to get to the end of it first, but you get hurt. What, the third year there, or you probably got hurt before, but you played with it. But,
I was hurt the third game of the first year,
Hokey smokes.
which they put me on injured reserve.
Okay.
That's why when you look up the stats, it'll start with 1977.
Okay,
Right.
that's probably that's exactly. Now, what did you hurt? Your shoulder?
My
or-
shoulder.
Okay, and that's just hitting somebody, or
Actually, it was on
hitting
a kickoff.
oh man, that's
And
dangerous as crud.
They had me at the outside person, which is generally the speed person that kind of closes in. Well, the ball had already passed the area where I was at. So I turned to go to the ball. A guy approached me, and I laid my shoulder into him, and I fell on my elbow. And it just,
Yeah.
What about Dan Pastorini? When you first met him, what was your take on him? He's a
Dante.
pretty boy, right?
that he was. Couldn't run out of sight in a week, but he could throw.
One night was sight in the week. I got to write that down. Go ahead.
He could throw the ball. Him and Kenny Burroughs were a tandem to have to actually deal with. And he basically was the team leader. He would, if there was a position that the coaches were contemplating bringing a player in, he would tell them or recommend the specific player to bring in. And
Really?
yes,
So when he would go over and talk to Bum on the sidelines, how would those conversations go? Was it mostly Bum telling him what he better do or stop doing, or was it the other way around?
actually, it wasn't directly to Bum. He would go over and talk to the quarterback coach.
Okay. Oh, that's
And-
right. Everybody has their coaches.
Yes, or the offensive coordinator. And he would tell the offensive coordinator what he saw, what he feels some of the weaknesses were, and they would call plays designed based upon his information.
Do you know, everybody that's watching on TV and sitting in the stands would love to know what you guys say to each other when you come up and start talking, or you slap them, or you get in the faces of other people. What?
I don't think we could say a lot of that on the air.
It depends on if they're winning or losing.
Could you please write a book and let us know what you guys were
What
talking
are your thoughts about Bum Phillips?
Bum was the idea. He was a consummate players coach. We never scrimmaged. He told us basically that the Oilers are not on the Oilers schedule, therefore
With,
it was always shorts and shoulder pads.
Oh, man.
So our practices were designed for quickness,
yeah.
There you go.
which allowed us. And if you think about it, the things that everyone sees on Sunday, the hitting, most teams, that's what happens during the course of the week. Well, with us being in shorts and shoulder pads, that allowed us to heal,
Right.
to more or less get over our little nicks and bruises. Because most people think that if you get hurt in one game or not necessarily hurt, banged up, let's call it that, you're banged up all year long.
The whole time.
Oh, it doesn't heal.
You're iced down from
Yes,
head
it-
to all
You're
time.
playing, but it's. You ever
Yes.
get injected?
No, but I had a lot of teammates that did.
Yeah, I can imagine. Make it go away.
Cortisone.
But in reality, it doesn't go away. It's
Right.
twice as bad after the game than it was before you even went in.
So
before
right
the shot.
now, I'm assuming you can tell when it's going to rain or whatever. You got some aches and pains.
Oh, I can tell you if
forever.
it's going to be a 10% change in the barometric pressure.
Is it the back that hurts the most, or just the conglomeration? Of
Well,
the two?
I've had ankle operation, 9 knee operations, a shoulder, wrist, thumb, cracked sternum, bruised and cracked ribs, torn hamstring, quad muscle, gastroc, jammed fingers. So yes, I ache pretty much
Oh, you
when
have
I'm
a
awake.
see. His list just is so much
I couldn't
bigger
have
than
written
ours.
it down.
What's
Yeah.
wrong with us? But would you suggest to your nieces and nephews to go, and nieces probably, too, but your nephews to go into football?
I would not try to dissuade them from going, but I tell them pick up a golf club or a tennis racket.
Yeah.
So much less.
I would be
to pay.
shocked if you never got your bell rung. I mean, if you had concussions or I'm sorry, that was an insult. That I would be shocked that you would. I mean, he's a linebacker for heaven's sake. But
Well, being 225 pounds, I'm
You
giving
got-
up 50,
you
60,
got-
70
right.
pounds.
you got,
So my objective was to hit him as hard as I could the first 4 or 5 plays. Then he's going to try to chop me,
right.
and then that's where the agility and the mobility comes in.
Right.
But it didn't work all the time.
You know, today it seems football has become. It has become so dang technical. The defense doesn't move, and everybody's looking at the sideline, and they got signs and all signals. I know you were told, we're going to do a such and such defense on this play, but y'all didn't have near the communication with the sidelines back then.
Oh
was
yeah,
there?
we did.
Did you?
We did. They were always hand signals, like in baseball.
Okay.
They've always had hand signals.
Yeah. Right.
No.
Okay.
It was the same football.
Yeah.
But now they'd have little transmitters in their helmets.
Right.
So it's not even necessary for the signals. You
Right.
just pick up the phone and talk to them. Especially with the quarterbacks or the defensive signal callers.
Yeah, boy, and the whole setup on offense, the switches and the what do they call it now? I'll know
Yeah,
in
look at
football
me.
season.
Yeah, look at
I'm
me
looking
and-
at her.
right, I know.
Changing the play, on the line. That had to be tough. But it seems like there weren't really that many teams that used the drop back. I mean, the quarterback he's not taking the hike directly from the center. It's called
Shotgun.
shotgun. Thank you.
Wow, you saved him,
Back
Art.
then,
Thank you.
I'm thinking of Hadel, who played for the Oilers
Yes,
for a
he
while
did.
when y'all were
Yes, he
there.
did.
Son of
Okay, I gotta ask this. Okay, now I know you don't go to the movies, but you do watch television and you do watch sports, right?
No.
son of a gun.
How am I gonna ask this question? Do you watch the Texans play?
Sorry, Texans. No.
Well, I'll be.
I
'Cause I
watch
just
very
had-
little, very, very little football.
Okay, well, I just had to see if you're sitting there and going like, what are they thinking? Why, you get more emotionally involved in watching a football game because you were there and you know what's going on.
Well, when I see a guy get hit, I can reminisce myself doing that, and I start hurting all over again.
So it's really painful to watch some of those games. Huh?
Well, I like to watch the highlights. So I watch
Okay.
the NFL highlight program. Where
you
you
watch
see all
football
of the,
just like I do. That's
Yes.
that's the most fun part. And
Art, you've got the voice, the knowledge. Did you ever think about being a sportscaster or calling the games?
Not a sportscaster. I was offered an opportunity to do voiceovers at one time by the Mad Hatters production company in Houston,
Oh, okay.
oh yeah.
but it never
See, we
came
don't-
to fruition.
Well, now that we know where you are,
Well, I mean, that.
who's your agent now? Who is your agent?
Me, myself, and I.
Oh, so you're not with Pastorini and it's Pastorini and what?
Well,
Something.
no, actually, I was a sports agent for about 6 years.
Were you really?
Yes. I actually negotiated Tony Fritz's contract with the Gamblers.
Oh my
And
goodness!
there were approximately 9 of my other teammates, Ronnie Coleman, a couple other guys.
Oh, that's great. That is great.
The Gamblers. Who were they?
Now, see, that was probably not the right question to ask.
USFL.
Oh, the USFL. Got it.
Yes.
All right.
See, that's right.
Now
Put
that's
those,
making sense.
Put those down.
Yeah.
So, but we got to ask about the most famous, like the guy that got all the attention
Rudolph
during
the
a lot of that
Red-Nosed
time.
Rose.
It wasn't Dan Pastorini, but it was that other guy, that short little guy that was running through everything. Remember him?
Earl Campbell?
Earl Campbell.
Oh,
Charlie
yeah, that's
Toler.
right. It was Earl Campbell.
right.
I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
that was
Earl Campbell, and he was he as fun during the games as he is out of the games? Because I've seen him a lot. I've met him a lot of times, and he's a lot of fun. Is he a fun guy?
During the games,
He was
there was no fun. He was all about business at that time.
No, he did. He was so intimidating to everybody. That's what they would say.
Intimidating. His thighs were a circumference of 36 inches, and that was my waist size.
That's right.
So if you can envision yourself trying to tackle him, and if you notice when he was playing, they never really tried to hit him one-on-one. The first guy would jump on him, another guy would jump on him.
That was the most pitiful thing I ever seen. They could not stop him.
He would knock you out with his legs.
Just his legs alone.
I'll never forget one play. I forget the team and I forget the player, but he tackled Earl. He ended up coming to our sideline.
Oh my gosh! He was
going to his side.
It took him a while. Different jersey. Art Stringer, we are so pleased to have you. We're going to have to bail out of here, and it was so nice of you to come. We could.
My pleasure.
I could talk to him.
I know you could. I feel so bad for it because Mark is like, okay, we got him. So,
and I would be flabbergasted if you are not in. Well, I mean, besides plays, I mean the movie industry, and there's actually it's starting up in Houston area more than before. You are the. I don't know what the word consummate actor means, but you are one great son of a gun.
But we got you. We're so happy.
You're here.
I would love for your audience to come see us.
That's
what no kidding.
We're saying that this is your chance
Friday,
to see
Saturday,
him. Don't miss
Sunday
it.
matinee, Driving Miss Daisy. You
Crichton
will be
Theater.
so pleased you did. It's
Art Stringer. We had him. Yay! Okay. So anyway, we're going to go to a break right now. We'll be right back for the encouraging word. Mark Hayter does an encouraging word at the end of each program so we can get the people started off right on the day. And Art, you are welcome to sit here and listen to him because it's just words you want to hang on to. Okay, we'll be right back. And if I've blown enough smoke, okay.
all right.
Get your taste buds ready for Taste Fest 2014 presented by H-E-B. This year, Taste Fest will be on May 8th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Lonestar Convention and Expo Center, featuring local food and beverage vendors and local restaurants that are members of the Greater Conroe Lake Conroe Area Chamber of Commerce. We've partnered with the Montgomery County Food Bank, so bring in your canned food items to be entered into our raffle. Tickets are $15 for adults and $5 for children. To purchase tickets, visit www.conroe.org or your local H-E-B Conroe Market. See you out on May 8th at the Lone Star Convention Center for Taste Fest.
You're listening to Lone Star Internet Radio. Now for your daily weather report. Today is May 1st, 2014. Today will be mostly sunny with a high near 74, north winds from 5 to 10 miles an hour. Later tonight will be mostly cloudy with a low around 47. North winds will be around 5 miles, becoming calm. This weather forecast is brought to you by Donna Wick Public Relations. You've seen the billboards. That's right, Wicked Publicity. Contact them today at 832-326-1965 and visit wickedpublicity.com.
Howdy, folks. Cable Smith, host of the Lone Star Outdoors Show, inviting you to join me Saturday mornings from 7 to 8 on Lone Star Internet Radio for Texas' premier hunting, fishing, and outdoor talk show. So pour yourself another cup of coffee and pull up that stool a little closer to the old campfire, because if you can catch it or kill it in Texas, we're going to talk about it. That's right. Bucks and ducks, gobblers, monster bass, redfish, trout, and a whole lot more. Plus, you never know what outdoor celebrity is going to drop by, from Phil the Duck Commander Robertson to fishing legend Bill Dance or everybody's favorite uncle Ted Nugent. Heck, we might even mix in an interview and hear some brand spanking new Texas music from one of your favorite Texas musicians like Robert Earl Keen, Brandon Ryder, or the honky-tonk kid himself, Aaron Watson. Loved or hated but never ignored, it's the Lone Star Outdoors Show with me, Cable Smith, Saturday mornings from 7 to 8 right here on Lone Star Internet Radio on irlonestar.com.
You know, all week on the Mark and Cindy Show, we've been talking about how to be happy. Who's in charge of your happiness? Don't let people steal your happiness, and what makes you happy. And today, Art Stringer made us happy. With just the way he talks, his demeanor
really
is so calm. You calmed us down. We're not as crazy as we were. Thank you for coming and doing that for us.
I'm crazy, but yeah. And you know, as beat up as this guy is or has been through the course of his football career, and even now feeling the pain, he could still snap me in two if he if he wanted to.
He did me.
And what is sad, and I'm going to get with this encouraging word right in a second, I don't guess you had any kind of retirement or anything from the NFL as a result of your playing with them.
Actually, once you become a vested player, you are eligible for the pension fund.
All right. I had no idea. I thought you had to be there 10 years or something.
No, just 4.
That's great.
But, yeah, 4.
So he gets $140 a month from.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
We keep asking Richard,
thought-
how vested do we have to be to get something
Right.
from?
Just a
Oh,
little bit
he's not
more.
even looking at us. Yeah, he's not looking
Okay,
at
you know, I was.
I'm watching Earl Campbell highlight videos.
Oh, okay. Jeez. Well, I wanted Art Stringer videos. Hitting
Yes.
somebody, there's just something to.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I was reading this morning something that just spoke to me, and it was about how sometimes in growing up, and even until pretty recently, I used to think I was hiding something from God. I can't talk to God now. He, it's too bad, or he's not going to like me. And what I was doing, which I think is natural, is equating my Heavenly Father with my dad. And people who didn't have dads, I don't know how you equate God. It's probably harder for some of them. But my deal, I was thinking of this episode. My brother and I, we were in the garage. We had a garage back then, and there were 2 shelves and a little nook back there, and Dad kept his tools and his toolbox in the bottom. Dennis, my older brother, and I, we cleaned it out and put some old carpet there so we could lay on it and play like we were in a submarine, and that was our sleeping area.
I see it.
And during one of the deals, I fell off the top shelf, landed in my dad's toolbox, and or on it. And my first thought was not, "Oh my gosh, this hurts like everything." It was, "I hope I didn't break anything of his." And I bent the saw, his crosscut saw. And Dennis and I were just panicked. I did it, but we were brothers, and so we're in this together, So what do? Do you bring it in and say, "Dad, we broke"? No, what we did is we tried to straighten it. We couldn't, and then we set it in there because my relationship was, Dad's going to kill us.
Yeah.
He can kill us right now, or he can kill us later. Dad worked at a refinery, but he did a lot of carpenter work and all, and he needed his saw. And one day he came in and he found out about it, and we had no idea. So 3 days later, he says, "Boys, I found out that you bent my saw." And I thought, "Oh my gosh, he's going to take me," and Dennis is going to say, "Mark did it." But that did not happen. Dad said, "This is important stuff. You need to be careful and stay away from my tools."
What?
And that is not the story. There was a time my dad could have killed me, and he didn't. But if I equate that to my Heavenly Father, when he tells us, listen to Hebrews 4:16, "Let us come boldly to the throne of grace that we may obtain mercy." That comes from God. He said, "Come to me boldly. You did something wrong. I realize. I saw it.
That's
now
right.
come to me. I'm your Father, your Heavenly Father. And if I'm going to hide that from you, you're not hiding a thing from me. Grace, believe in grace. That's my gift to you. Just come to me, and it's there. Unlike my father, Mom, should I ask Dad if we can camp out tonight? No, this is a bad day. He's God. He's with you the whole time. And after thinking of all of this, I read this one quote from someone named Phil Anderson. I have no idea who this is, but I found him in a quote from him. "Jesus offers himself to each of us as a companion on life's journey, a friend who is patient with us, kind, gracious, quick to forgive, and whose love keeps no score of wrongs."
That's the friend I want.
That's the friend. And I mean, I don't know, Mark. I don't. It's right now. I'm interested in right now. You did that. That's true. Now you're looking at me, and we're going to go on. A God like that can make me, encourage me to go to Him during mix-ups in life. Which, if you haven't had any yet, you're probably divine. But I've had so many of them, and to have a God that I could go to and realize, hey, I've got you. And I realized that. Now, let's move on, and you're going to do better next time. Anyway, that was a message that just enlightened me this morning.
But didn't you feel like you beat yourself up more just thinking about what your dad was going to do to
gosh,
you and
no
your guilt
kidding.
and all that stuff?
Yeah.
You punished your own self, which was great because your parents said, I can't make this any worse for him.
My dad was, and I've mentioned it more times than you care to hear, was very depressed in his lifetime, and it would have still broke his heart if he knew what we were thinking. You
Right.
know, Dad's going to kill us or whatever. But hey, don't I have a relationship with you? No, Dad, you really don't. Anyway, Mark and Cindy show once again. Art Stringer, Art, thanks a ton, buddy.
Thank you.
It was great.
If we were paying, you would have a lot of money now.
Yeah.
Mark and Cindy show. Tune in.
But we love you a whole
Monday.
lot.
The best Mark and Cindy will be on tomorrow. Cindy, and go
That's
to
right.
Facebook.
And next week we're going to talk about first impressions. First impressions all week.
Right. And we're going to
Okay.
give away Taste of Conroe. Taste of Montgomery County.
Taste Fest is going
Taste
to be.
Fest. Let's
The
go,
Taste
guys.
Fest.
Get with it.
We
I got it.
I mean,
I had. Okay, so guys, remember, God loves you and God's got this.
Well, it's Mark and Cindy, they've got a morning show. Every day I listen in.
Hey everyone, this is Tina, your host from Retro Saturdays. I wanted to invite you to visit the Lonestar Studios here in downtown Conroe, Texas. We're all volunteers here, and we need your help in serving the Montgomery County area. Radio media is a fun field to be in. Lonestar Internet Radio serves Montgomery County with news, current events, local programming, and of course, music. If you are interested in volunteering and sharing your talents in media, go to irlonestar.com and let us hear from you. Lonestar Internet Radio, serving Montgomery County from the heart of downtown Conroe.